and welcome to another Legacy Paper video. These were going to be like monthly, but the last one came out back in May, and before that, Christmas of the year before. So they're a little bit sporadic. I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to be playing Legacy Death and Taxes with 0 new cards in the last 2 to 3 sets because, I don't know, new cards are lame and for normies. John, what are you playing today?
I'm playing quite the opposite, I think. I'm playing a classic. I'm playing Food Chain. But I'm playing Bant Food Chain using
So not a classic at all?
Well, I mean, Food Chain's a classic, and then you kind of remix it, and you get it all weird, you know. And it's,
How weird?
Bant Food Chain running stuff from Modern Horizons, and there's even a Throne of Eldraine card in there.
Sure, the deck will be on screen now anyway. Is this what Food Chain players are playing now? Is this the popular shit amongst the Food Chain community? Is the Food Chain Discord going to lose their shit at you, John?
No.
Okay, good.
No, they should do. I mean, there's variants of Bant and Bug floating around anyway. There's no set one, because, you know, Bug's doing quite well at the moment, but there's a lot of people testing Bant versions as well. You know?
So there is not a norm anymore, because Bug was the norm for a while.
Bug was the kind of the de facto one, and then I think the move over to, like, the printing of Icefang Coatl changed quite a lot, because it meant it was a lot safer to play a deck that didn't need to run Baleful Strix.
Right.
She had a different colour Baleful Strix.
She's telling me that Modern Horizons has once again struck up another famous archetype with more snow fucking permanents. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
I feel like Win in 6 should have just been a snow permanent as well, just to really fucking go
Why
for
not?
like snow, glorious snow.
It's a snow planeswalker.
Before we get into Magic as well, just to clarify, my list is slightly out of date. In a sense that I play a lot of varieties of D&T with different cards and stuff when I play online because it's so easy. But I'm really fucking lazy with paper Magic. So perhaps 1 or 2 of the Mother Runes should be Giver of Runes. And perhaps I should be trimming on 1 Wisp, or maybe 2. I don't want it to go less than 3, because X1s are kind of a problem now with Ren and 6 and Plague Engineer being in the format. So if you look at my list and seeing that it's out of date, you can comment that down below all you want. It's an objective fact. It's an observation more so than a value judgment. But with that out of the way, let's play some Magic. There's risk in this. There is risk in this.
Here is my hand. I've gone down to 6. This is with the London Mulligan. I think this hand is fine.
Right, I'm on pretty standard fare Death and Taxes. They haven't added any colours and there's no disputes about what colours to play. I have won the die roll as well. You're on a 6, I'm on a 7, so I'm going to start out. And I'm going to go... I believe with Richard and Port and pass the turn. Sure.
I am going to play a Winter Tooth. I'll pass that.
Sure, I'm going to draw for turn. Sweet. I'm going to go with Cavern of Souls, naming Core.
Sure.
I'm going to play a Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah?
Yeah.
I guess it resolves, right? You have.
I can't think about it.
You can cast the spells, they just don't do anything, John.
Yeah.
Trigger, and then I'm going to pass the turn while I search up a. Let's say a Batter Skull.
I'm going to put a Misty Rainforest to play.
Batter Skull goes to hand.
Woo woo.
You keeping all your lands from being cracked, John?
Yeah.
Why is that, John?
Because they're Richard and Port and Wastelands.
Oh, he knows what's going on. He knows what's up. We played some warm-up games this morning before we went for the lunch. Say this morning. Oh, he's dropped something.
I've dropped a card.
Was it from your hand, from your deck?
From my hand.
Oh,
The deck's
God.
here.
Food Chain players are notorious cheaters. That's the way to piss off a Discord, John. One of my favourite things whenever I play Nick Fit in a video, which I haven't done for a while, is that I always get messages from people who are on the Discord for that deck, telling me how wrong I was. It's my favourite thing in the world. Okay, we're gonna... What are we going to do here, Vince? We're going to... It's funny how a colourless one coloured mana base can sometimes be very clunky. This is a Cavern of Souls box top, by the way. It looks so dark on camera, it's unreal. I thought other fours look really nice on camera, but not this one.
I mean, it looks nice in person, and that's what matters.
It does. That's what matters. No, John, it's the camera. It may add £30, but it's the only thing that matters in life. I'm going to play... a Plains. And then I'm going to cast a Thalia.
I am going to respond to that.
Yes. Sure. Cool. Go ahead.
End of turn.
So you pitched Mist Hologriffin to Force of Will, which for people at home, that means that he can replay the Mist Hologriffin later on down the line. Let's try and get it into shot. because it can be cast
That
from
is the
exile.
English one as well. So if you want to show the camera it.
Mr. Hollow Griffin can be cast from exile, and it's shiny. The most important element of a magic card is how shiny it is, right? I trust you. As Van Coatl, sure.
And draw for 10.
Mm-hmm.
Play a land. I'm going to brainstorm.
Sure.
Those two back on the top. And the cards manipulate fate.
Manipulate fate, sure. So you look for 3 cards, up to 3, right? Is it up to 3? They're both on top of your library from the brainstorm. Well, surely that means, well, if they're all in your hand, that made brainstorm very good there, right? But
Yes.
but you drew them off the brainstorm.
I had one in hand, and I drew one from the.
Okay, so that just shows the incredible interaction of brainstorm and manipulate fate,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So there was an argument on Discord a little while back about how good manipulate fate is. I'm not going to hold up the camera. I'm going to just show it on screen now with the card over the top. To save the focus going in and out because people complained last time that it's hurting their eyes. So Manipulate Fate is one of the best cantrips in Legacy, even though it's 2 mana, because in the deck that plays it, which is Food Chain, you get more than 1 card off of it. You get, 4 cards off of it, right?
Yes.
And in this circumstance here, you show the power of Brainstorm, because you got to put 2 of the mystical in your hand into your library, then exile them, Manipulate Fate to make your draws better, get card advantage. Yeah, that was a pretty solid play.
Go ahead.
From the deck itself, not from John. John sucks.
It's a bit mean.
That is mean, I know. Maybe I'm sorry. I'm not really. Okay, I'm going to play this Caracas.
Yep.
I am then going to pass the turn. Pause in your upkeep for me. I'm going to port your green source, John.
Sure thing, buddy.
Sure, so Vision Port taps the forest. These shitty ice forests. I'm going to play a Flood Strand. I'm going to crack a Flood Strand, sure.
And you haven't got any disruption up.
He's ran out of basics or given up caring. One of the 2. Tropical Island.
Technically, there's a better one for me to get, actually, but maybe it doesn't even matter.
Maybe it doesn't even matter. Is this a food chain?
Food chain.
On the stack, John. I'm going to plough the shit out of this Ice Van Coatl.
How dare you?
Stops you from casting like Eternal Scourge and then all 3 of the Mist Hollow Griffins. So we plough this, and you go up 1. Resolves?
Yeah.
And then Food Chain resolves. So for people at home to follow along, what happened there is if Food Chain resolves, he gets to then sack his Ice Van Coatl, get 3 mana, then cast Eternal Scourge and sack that and get 4 mana. Then use that 4 mana to cast a Mist Hollow Griffin, which you can sack for 5 mana. Cast another Mist Hollow and keep going until all the Mist Hollows and Eternal Scourge are in the play.
Yes.
It's like an army in a can. That can also lead to combos. So
Go ahead.
not the best thing in the world. Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to wasteland your tropical island. And then I am going to... Questions. Pass the turn. And in your upkeep, I'm going to continue to port your snow-covered forest.
Sure.
It isn't easy being green. That's a Caracas, John.
That is a Caracas.
That does things against all my legendary creatures that I have. Namely Thalia.
Go ahead.
End of your turn, I'm going to activate Stoneforge Mystic.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes a Battle Skull.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm going to use a token that I might have in this box, hopefully. Oh, damn it, I think I'm not bought a Pikachu token to me for the first time ever.
Oh no.
Hang on, checking one more box. People who actually watched the last one will be upset if I don't have a Pikachu.
Where is the Pikachu?
I don't know, it's not in this deck. It might be in my Nick Fit deck box.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like we're going to play with this upside down Monarch token then.
Do I have a Pikachu? I might have a Pikachu you can use.
I prefer it to be a Pikachu.
You've got a Pikachu, a Detective Pikachu, a different Detective Pikachu, and a Ditto.
I'll go for... Why are they different? Is it the same art?
No.
Not far off. I'll go for... Which one's cuter? This one's cuter. They're both pretty cute. Detective Pikachu Battle Skull. Untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to play a wasteland that I just drew.
Gross.
I'm going to wasteland the Caracas.
In response, I'm going to...
Flash this, sure. So I gain 4 life. I am then going to... Two cards in hand, right?
2 cards in hand.
Okay. I have like 4 lines. Isn't Legacy great? There's so many decisions to make. The camera might even make... Don't look at the viewfinder when I'm showing them my hand, John. The camera can probably make out my hand there, actually. Because the fidelity on this ledger is way better than the last one. Look at that. And the foils look beautiful. The majority of my deck is foil, John, so it doesn't really give any much away, does it?
No.
Okay, I think I need to keep porting you, because that's how magic...
That's important.
Wait! I've never made that joke before. That's so weird.
Maybe it's not been paying attention.
Okay. Mother of Runes.
Resolves.
And then pass turn.
Untap.
Port you.
Draw. That's not what I want to see.
Good to hear, John. Good to hear.
Go ahead.
Yes! Yes! Flagstones! Just draw the lands! Just drawing the lands. Okay. Next up, let's go ahead and... Cast a Flicker Wisp.
Sure.
Trigger.
Yep.
Target this.
Yep.
Go to combat.
Sure.
Won you. I should have won you last turn as well.
Yeah.
Comes back. Trigger. Go to you. Port this.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, made it one more time, buddy! Untap. You got an army and a can over there, John, and you just can't get there. Drop a turn. It's another Rashada Board! Yeah! I'm going to 8 you. Actually, no, I'm not going to 8 you. I'm going to 7 you. Did I gain the life last time round?
What was I on?
I don't know.
6.
Go to your turn. Upkeep. Port your forest. Port your island.
I think I'm just dead now.
Good.
I think. 4, 5, 6. Technically, you attack with everything. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so just show you what I've shown. It's my favourite card in my collection. It's 4 Japanese. It's a 4 sort of Fire and Ice. So at the end of turns, I make a Fire and Ice, and then still be able to equip Fire and Ice and keep double port up next turn. Not like as in like I still had all these, but just to show that you were lethal even if I didn't go in with the mother. But you had only a blue up. So I mean, what did I?
How dare you kill that?
You could flash in a sailor.
I'm so mad that you killed that collateral. I was so I had a ballista in hand. I was like, just.
I was very close to dead then. Very close to dead.
You were very close.
There was nothing else I could do other than deploy my board state. There's a point where I could have not ported, but that would have been absurd. Absolutely absurd. I had to port you.
Absolutely. Cool. I'm gonna Misty fetch a basic forest and play a nibble.
Okay, I'm gonna draw for turn. Play a snake on plains and pass the turn. Come on, John. Come on. All your fucking shuffling. Jesus Christ. Fetch lands are for hipsters.
Yeah.
New cards are for normies, fetch lands are for hipsters, and I sit in the perfect middle of that where I'm just cool guy with draw.
You're fetching like a madman anyway, but not with lands. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Tutors are cool. Demonic Tutor's a cool card. Tell me otherwise.
No, Demonic Tutor's a very cool card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I actually really like fetch lands. As much as people complain and moan about them, I think they open up the game to really interesting gameplay.
Is this because of
choices
Predict?
And stuff. It would be if I'd fully split. This is Snow-Covered Plains, by the way. It's just got a random foil one in a mailbag once.
Yeah.
It's more pimp than anything else.
Go.
Eternal Scourge. That's not what I wanted to see. Also, the card I just drew is not what I wanted to see. Human Thalia.
Sure.
Go ahead. Am I just dead, John?
Let's have a think. Bounce Thalia.
Sure. The Krakus was unfortunate, to say the very least.
Manipulate Fate.
Sure.
Miss Hollow Griffin. In here somewhere. Miss Hollow Griffin. And
You can always find out if you've got one in hand. This way.
Miss Hollow Griffin.
He does not, I confirm, he does not have a Miss Hollow Griffin in hand.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is there are tells. So if like you get 3 griffins, it means you have a scourge in hand. If you don't get a griffin, but you get like a manipulate fate, you might have like another one in hand. There's all kinds of different.
How many manipulate fates do you play?
3.
So sometimes, yeah, if you have one in hand, you just get another manipulate fate, so you don't have to draw the fucking thing.
I mean,
right?
they're not dead. I got 3. Oh yeah. Sorry, I just got myself concussed in play. Yeah, there are reasons that you run 3 so that you always have the consistency, and it also means that. Sorry, can I play that last turn?
Last turn.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you for 4.
Yeah, you did.
Go ahead. Yeah, so you run it because also it pitches to force. So even if you cast it, it still pitches.
Aether Vial and Thalia Guiding Us Through.
Sure.
Go ahead. The hand I kept was like perfectly fine against like combo decks, so playing a Thalia and then beating the shit out of you with a threat that's in my hand. But apart from that, it hasn't got a whole lot of action.
Sure. I'm going to brainstorm.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you also naturally drawn 2 basics and a Caracas as well? I mean, on the upside, these aren't the best basics for you.
No.
So I can always be happy about that.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that and put that on top.
Do you find it annoying when people talk to you while you're brainstorming?
It's a little. No, it's fine.
If that's the case, John, I'll keep doing it. I'll go to 12.
Yeah, go ahead.
Untap. Trigger on my Aether Vial. Not to 7, that'd be awful. Incoming Irish Dawn? No, not really. Let's go Wasteland your Caracas.
Sure.
Guess what I just drew that turn, John? It might have been that. Yeah.
Might have been that one?
Might have been.
Okay, fine.
Was that incorrect? No, that's fine. Oh, magic. And then when this dies, it actually dies, right?
When it dies,
the targeting
it
of
dies.
spells exiles it.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
My life total is very low, John.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to play a Mirror Crusader with a Cavern of Souls. So I saw you shift your hand there, John. Is there a forcible in your hand, John?
It may or may not
I should
be
just let you do it for the sake of the camera and be like, got him!
Sure, that's fine.
Go ahead.
Sort it.
Yeah, sure, I get to. Got to pad out my life total somehow.
Draw. Play this. Attack you for 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
End your turn, activate this. Any responses?
Sure.
Sure?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Untap. Trigger.
Yep.
Way! Got him! Fucking got him! Way! I'm really annoyed you've drawn this, if I'm completely honest with you, because I've now drawn Plowshare, so it's not as good as it used to be. Oh dear. John's gone fucking mad. Plowshare's this.
Sure.
It's just free real estate, John. You get no life or anything.
I know.
Just free real estate. I'm going to pay for Thalia with my Cavern of Souls.
Sure.
Go ahead. Come at me, Eternal Scourge, you fucker. Sure. I gain 2 life.
Hit for 3.
Activate the vial.
Sure. Sure.
2, 3. Second rain. It's another Thalia for those at home who are making sure they can see. I cannot not shake the table with my constant caffeinated jittering.
Go ahead.
Untap and trigger and love life. Sure.
Go ahead.
Caracas. Moves combat.
Sure.
To you. Beep beep. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Actually, no, I'm going to... you've got fucking... go ahead. That's the fear that Aether Vial instills.
Player planes. Oh no!
Oh no!
The stalemate has begun!
Oi noi.
Pass the turn. Feel sad? Noble Hyroku.
Yeah.
That's the name I've just given it. It just sounds like an anime villain that I've added a letter to.
Sure. Cast a Mistral Griffin?
If you insist.
I do.
Okay, sure.
Which one are you going to pick? Just the top one.
Yeah, well, everyone's closest.
Korean.
I'm a content creator, I ain't got time to bleed.
Sure. Go ahead.
No combat?
No.
Oh, okay. Activate this?
Yep. Sure.
And tap.
Yeah.
Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why I'm trying to cut you suddenly. I just feel the urge, you know. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, I should actually tap first for the mist, I reckon. Draw a card.
I assumed they were.
Food chain.
It's 4 mana, John. Jesus Christ on a bike.
Food chain.
Sure.
Exile Missile Griffin.
Yep.
Play it.
Sure.
Exile it.
Do you have a Walking Ballista, John?
Yes.
Well, just show it then. Okay, John wins. Fucking hell. So for people at home to understand here, this card here is exiled multiple times over and over to make basically infinite mana of any colour that he wants, thanks to Food Chain.
They can only be cast on creature spells.
Yes, only on creature spells. So of course, why is it, John? Jesus Christ, you cheating bastard. The de facto way to win with this sort of thing nowadays is just to use Walking Ballista. Once upon a time it might have been Emrakul, a Tidespipe Tyrant. It might have been the green creature that finds those.
Fierce Empath.
Fierce Empath. But nowadays everyone just plays Walking Ballista because on a long enough timeline with enough power creep and colourless answers, certain things make decks homogenous. And Walking Ballista, unfortunately, is one of them. It frustrates me to no end, but I don't think it's bannable. It's just kind of a lame conclusion to not living card game, is that the term? A growing card game, shall we say. So John wins here. I needed certain things to stop this, like a Revoker. Unfortunately, this was the things I'd drawn over the last 3 turns, which was this. So I was like, no, that was my opening hand, obviously. But it was 3 planes to say a point. So yeah, I had a Wisp in hand, but the Wisp didn't do anything because you had 2 things in play. If John had played Food Chain and he had only the Scourge or the Mistral Griffin in play, I could, with this on the stack, at least file this into buy a turn because I'd take away the Mistral Griffin and you couldn't at instant speed make the Mistral Griffins later. Or get rid of this, and this cannot be jumped into this. Oh, actually, that's fine because you would have had mana open. So you could have floated mana, sacked this to Food Chain and replayed this.
Yes.
So really, I needed this not to be in play.
And also, even if it's an exile because of the...
You can still cast it. My point was, you needed to not have mana available after the Food Chain.
Absolutely, yes.
But the Mistral Griffin, being in play was a big problem. I just wasn't drawing anything that solved that problem. The other thing as well is if John didn't have Walking Ballista, I could have easily got there because I had a Maroon Crusader available. So all I needed to go and do was find a way of getting that through. So that's things like Sword of X and Y, for example.
Eternal Scourge blocks that really well.
Sure, but I can remove Eternal Scourge temporarily.
Yes, that's true, yes.
So if I removed Eternal Scourge and then hit you with a Jitte, I can then remove Eternal Scourge forevermore with the Jitte, for example.
Yes.
So there are ways to play through the infinite creature line, but there is very few ways to play through Walking Ballista. And namely, the main one is Revokering it. And stopping him. Okay, so now opening pre-board matches. We're 1 apiece.
Yep.
We've mulliganed. We're both on 7.
Yep.
I am to go first because I lost the last one, which seems a bit unfair because I get 2 games of the later 3. But it's my channel, so fuck you. Here's some planes, and with that planes, I should generate 1 white mana and cast a Mother of Runes. Does it resolve, John?
It resolves.
He doesn't have a Force of Will. Scrub. Go ahead. He's cutting against D&T perhaps post-board because of Vials.
You don't know me.
It's a Noble Hierarch.
It is a Noble Hierarch.
Okay, I'll exile a red card, and I will Pyrohemia. No.
That's that awful value.
And draw a card. Let's draw and play a Mishra's Factory, and then I'm going to cast a
Manland.
Thalia, Guardian of Thraban. This is one of the most outdated things. No one's playing this anymore, but this is something I think actually people should be playing. Because the card is pretty good. It's probably better in a Field of Miracles, and there isn't really a Field of Miracles. Field of Miracles, that sounds like an actual land.
Yeah.
Wait until they print Field of Miracles is unplayable in Miracles because it's like a green-white land.
Is that your turn?
It was.
Come on. What?
John untaps and draws a card. He says, what out loud? Noob say what? He didn't say it again. He saw through my ruse. Second land drop. 3 mana. Manipulate fate. Sure.
Swoosh.
I've always thought of you as a manipulative bastard, John. That was a bit harsh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For those who didn't see that, I did rock back in my chair a little bit.
The moment I said it, John, I regretted it. I was like, that's just... Why? Why do you like this?
Vince, why do you say these things?
So he chose the Russian one, the Korean one, and the Eternal Scourge is just a boring old pedestrian English one. Normie English.
Pedestrian?
You're not a real gamer if you're playing English Eternal Scourges.
Help, help, I'm being repressed.
I'm also shaking my table.
My table?
I know, I'm sorry. I said the table, didn't I? I don't know. Did you draw fire?
Yeah.
Untap and draw. Sweet. That's a card. Play Richard Port.
Right.
And then I guess it's time to attack you for 2. And then I really want to port you, but I also want to deploy this card in my hand.
Deploy, deploy.
Pass turn. Upkeep. I'm going to port your snow-covered island.
Draw for turn.
Play snow-covered plains. You and your snowlands. Fucking hell. He's a real gamer. Trinket Mage.
Trinky dink. Right.
This is where this would be better as a giver of runes. True story.
What am I finding? I think it's just that. All that
It's just
one.
the walking ballista, is it?
Just the walking ballista.
Yeah. Then why are you pretending like there's any other option in your deck?
How dare you assume things?
Welcome to Linear Combo Town. Population John.
Shut up.
Maybe I won't get the walking ballista. Maybe I'll fail to find to prove a point, he says. Before dying.
Pass the turn.
Sweet. Draw for turn. Play this plains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to combat and attack you for 2.
Sure, I'm going to take 2.
I don't know if that's come up with the mic, but I'm making a low squeaking sound.
A really distracting
Cast a
noise.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Sure.
Trigger me Timbers.
Yep.
Yar me Hearty. I don't know why I got turned into a pirate there. I was going to say farmer, but farmers don't say Yar me Hearty, do they? Unless they're a sea farmer.
Maybe.
Is that all pirates are? Farmers of the sea. But they farm like other people's stuff.
They farm treasure.
Yeah. They're
They
like
cultivate the land.
yeah, like they're just growing mass, but the mass are they bodybuilders too? Anyway, I'm gonna go and get catches these, just like flies. Before this started filming, we were singing the Spider-Man theme, but we were putting Animal Man in and just riffing on like what animals Animal Man can be.
Basically everything.
For those of you who don't know, he draws all his powers from different animals.
That's what it sounds like Animal Man would do. Sounds like he would do that.
Do I want Jite or Sword of Fire and Ice here?
Jite?
The old Jite-Aru. Jite's pretty good, as far as magic cards are concerned.
It is pretty good.
I'm going to Jite.
Sure.
And carry on with your turn, my friend.
It's your turn.
I passed the turn.
Oh.
Upkeep, port you off of.
Float a blue?
No, I'm not sure if I'm targeting the island. I'm being serious. Like,
Okay,
there
fine.
are other considerations, right?
Fine.
So now I know you've got brainstorm in hands.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
You get shitbag.
I'm going to port you off of... General considerations, because like obviously double blue is Mistral Griffin.
Yep.
So it probably is the blue one. But I was also thinking if you draw plowshares, but then you've got Noble Hierarch, so actually the plowshares doesn't matter. So maybe it is double blue. The other double blue cards you could have, you can have a random Trinity Nemesis in your sideboard because you're a nutcase and you like to play just random valuable rares. We all know you, John. Do you want to cut me at all? Okay, we're going to target Second Plane Island. Doesn't matter anyway because you would just use the other land for it anyway because of Thalia, right? So that, there's little information gained there. I'm just going to draw my combo.
If only.
Beep,
Okay, so we can put that away. Put those two back. Go to my draw step.
Sure. If you were Animal Man right now, John, what power would you draw on to help you with this game of Magic? Would it be the sonic powers of a pistol shrimp?
It'll be the powers of a tiger, so I can be pretty high up on the food chain.
Oh, that's awful.
Get it? Get
That's
it?
such bad.
Did you get it?
Sometimes, John, I wish I never asked you questions if they're going to be results like that.
I think that's a reasonable thing. Yeah.
So you got the ballista in your hand. If you play food chain and just die, it's quite frustrating.
Yes. I'm aware.
Animal man does whatever an animal can.
Animal man can.
Stop shaking the table, stop singing about Animal Man, Vince. The people at home don't want to hear it. If you do want to hear it, comment down below. My graveyard is empty. I hope it stays that way.
What things have I got in my deck? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pay 3 for Spellseeker.
Sure.
I don't even know what I'm getting. It's probably just one of them.
Enlighten Tutor?
If only.
You're playing Enlighten Tutor in your deck?
No.
Why don't you play one Enlighten Tutor?
It just doesn't feel that good.
But next turn you could just Enlighten Tutor in your upkeep, get Food Chain, play Food Chain, win.
Yeah.
This even gives you the mana to play a Mist Hollow after you've done that line.
Yes. Maybe.
There you go, John. That's innovation and evolution right on the spot.
I'm sure there's a reason not to. I assume...
It can even get Walking Ballista if you've already got Food Chain. I'm literally seeing very little downside. And you're only playing 1, so you're not going to draw them in mass.
No.
Could you play how many of these? 1 or 2?
1.
So you can recruit with a guard for a Spellseeker, Spellseeker for Enlighten Tutor for Food Chain, and then die to burn.
Go ahead.
Tap. There's a Plowshares in your hand. Is that correct?
Yes.
Draw a card. Magic card. Quite literally a magic.
A magical magic card.
Yeah. Somewhat unfortunate, I guess.
What are your defense?
I'm unsure. So unsure it hurts. I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap.
Upkeep. I'm going to port your snow-covered island.
Sure. I'm going to play a Flooded Strand. And... the fact that you didn't port me means that you're wanting to play your Stoneforge thing.
I did port you.
Oh, you did port me, didn't you? Oh no, you've got 2 mana up, which is indicative of you wanting to put something. I know you've got Jitte in hand, and you're going to want to deploy that at some point soon. So, I'm going to say EE for 1.
EE for 1?
EE is on 2.
Yeah.
2 counters on EE. I'm going to pass the turn.
Sure thing. Well, I think I've lost. So, okay, we're going to play through this. Untap. Draw for turn. Oh, I need to draw another land so bad. Okay, combat.
Sure.
Attack for 2.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Second main.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to play a Flicker Wisp.
Sure.
Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Target this for Schadenport.
Sure.
Sure. End of turn.
So, if I want to cast something, I have to do it now, I guess.
Yeah, this goes on the stack.
Yeah.
We can do a second main phase.
That's fine.
Sure.
Draw a card.
Yep. Go ahead.
Untap.
I'm going to port your one of your blue sources.
Draw for turn.
So you go down to 11 and fetch.
I'm going to fetch... I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ballista for 3.
Ballista for 3. Sure thing.
1, 2, 3.
Sure.
Attack for 1.
Go to 19.
For 2, sorry, because of the
18.
exalted. Go ahead.
Tap. Draw for turn. Jitte.
Sure.
Equip Jitte. Attack you.
Block.
Sure.
Yeah.
They die.
Yep.
Trigger Jitte. No, this survives.
Yes.
Trigger Jitte.
Trigger Jitte.
2 counters. I'll kill 1 on this.
Yep.
1 on this.
Sure.
And go ahead.
Draw for turn. Right, so... Play this. Pay 2 for Manipulate Fate.
Sure. Getting rid of 1 more Mist Hollow and some Manipulate Fates, is that correct?
I'm just clearing out a load of chaff from my deck now.
Okay.
There's not a whole kind of...
So you got rid of Manipulate Fate and 2 lands. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaff now in the deck that just doesn't do anything, like the fetches. I've got plenty of fetch lands now. Plenty of lands out now, so... Food Chain?
Sure. Game note. Yeah. I played some really awful Magic, I think, because those things I could do, like wisping out your explosives the previous turn to try and set up like a Jitte turn.
Yeah.
Or playing this earlier to go get prelate to name on 3, so I don't have to worry about Food Chain.
I was aware
but
of
then we had Walking Ballista issues, so...
Yeah, I was aware of the chance of you having... the high chance of you having a Flicker Wisp to reset the... what's it called?
The EE?
EE. So I kind of wanted to have it down as a threat to push you off of playing Jitte.
Well,
so
the
soon.
reason I killed your Noble Hierarch is that I could port you off green, but
Yes.
then you untapped and played a fetch anyway. Did you draw the fetch?
I had the fetch in hand, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was just a hedge on perhaps being able to keep your Food Chain that way.
Yeah.
Like my line before the EE was to recruit at the following turn. Oh,
Yeah.
if I hit a 5th land, it was to recruit Revoker like real early on or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't hit the 5th land to either like so it was just nonsense. Real tough. EE is very, very good against me, as you saw, unfortunately.
I was umming and ahhing about whether I was going to include it. But
It's absurd.
yeah.
Revoker's like one of my best cards against you, and I can't play the Revoker against it. It's on 2, can I? And it hits Jitte, and it hits Stoneboard, and it hits
That's a
Thalia.
point.
It hits Sorcerer Spyglass as well, if my list was up to date. There you go.
Sure. Fetch a basic forest, play a Noble Hierarch.
Sure thing. I'm going to play a Rashad Important, play a Thalia, and ask does it resolve?
It does resolve.
Cool. That certainly is something. And I could warn you if I really wanted to open myself up to Plowshares, but that seems like a very bad idea. Go ahead, sir. You're on 19. I'm on 20.
I'm going to play a Flooded Strand. I'm going to pay 2 for a Brainstorm.
Sure.
Let's get rid of that.
The power of Brainstorm on a fetch land. When to put shit back on top of your library and shuffle it away.
And it's not quite as good.
D&T. Brainstorm being the only thing that makes me ever think about actually playing Stoneblade more than D&T. Literally the only blue card I care about. Oh, I'm wobbling my fucking camera again on the table. The only blue card I care about. Savannah, second noble.
Yeah. Cool. And then I'm going to pass turn.
Tap and draw. Do I force your hand? Phyrexian Evoker resolves.
Yeah.
I'm going to Noble Hierarch.
Sure.
See how that goes. This can be really good. If you have a Walking Bliss, it just doesn't do anything. It's just a 1-for-1. Attack you with Thalia.
Beep, beep, boop.
No, only one.
Was it only one? What was two?
Two. Sorry. No,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
3. But you already took 2.
I went beep, beep, boop.
Cool.
Yes.
You made 3 beeps.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
And I said only 1, which I meant only 2. So we're both incredibly confusing there. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. I'm going to play the land, Caracas, and I'm going to play Knight of Autumn to blow this up.
Oh, seems protection from green.
Of course.
I almost forgot 2. You were so you gave such certainty. I was like, what? Okay.
Go ahead.
Sure. Untap. Draw for turn. Play a plains. Combat.
Yes.
Attack you with Thalia.
Take 2.
Yes. Yes. 3 mana. Wisp.
Yep.
Trigger target this Richard and Port.
Mhm.
And it comes back. End of turn. Go ahead. Upkeep. I'm going to port you off this Savannah.
Draw for turn. That's unfortunate.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For visual representation, I might do this.
Yeah.
So people can easily see what it's naming. Untap. Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Wowza. What if you have plowshares? Oh, it doesn't matter. Sweet. Play a Jitte.
Yeah.
Equip Jitte to Flicker Wisp.
Yeah.
Move to combat.
Yeah.
Attack you with Flicker Wisp.
Yeah.
And... Thalia.
I'm just going to bounce Thalia. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that's what I was thinking.
That's
there.
what I was wondering whether I should even bother attacking. But
Yeah.
I guess I guess you'd use your crackers this turn.
Yeah.
Go damage.
Yep.
You take 3.
Yep.
Put 2 counters on here. Pass the turn.
Draw. Food chain.
Food chain. I'm going to respond to that. I'm going to kill this.
Mm-hmm.
And kill this.
Right.
Do you have Scourge, Mist Hologriffin, and Walking Blister all in hand?
Hmm?
Do you have Scourge, Mist
No.
Hologriffin, and
No.
Walking Blister all in hand?
No.
Because that would be really fucking shit for me.
Right, where was it? Put it there.
I don't know, you want it in the special zone.
In the special zone.
Maybe I should get blank playmats for this sort of stuff so it's not too visually cluttered.
Yeah.
Cut him at this point. Can't have him sleight of handing.
Go ahead.
He's also wearing a very short sleeve top to try and prove he's not sleight of handing. I don't believe him.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, let's go ahead and attack you with these 2.
Sure. I'm going to block here.
Sure, so you take 3.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to exile this to Food Chain.
Oh, he's got
no,
flash thing.
No, hold on. That doesn't do it. No, I...
Yep. Is your thing not got flash?
I'm just going to block it.
What's going on?
No,
What's going on?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Do you take 3?
Yeah.
Interesting. Somewhat confusing. I'm then going to... I should have perhaps done this before combat. Play a Thalia.
Sure.
Pass the turn. Upkeep.
Yeah.
I'm going to port your blue source.
Sure.
Yep. Got to keep you off the Griffins.
Recruiter. Trigger.
Sure.
You've got no mana up. You've got 2 cards in hand.
I should respond to this trigger by killing it, shouldn't I? That's the correct thing to do, right?
Well, it's entered the battlefield. I
Yeah.
can exile it to float the mana anyway.
Oh, of course, it doesn't matter. So I should kill it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
So the chain here, I think...
So you have the chain in hand?
Yeah. So I've got this.
Fucking Jesus.
This goes to get a walking ballista.
Okay, no, you don't have anything in exile. You can't make infinite mana for Walking Ballista, right?
No, so I exile
So-
this to play this.
So this trigger resolves this, right?
Yeah. So this goes to get this. Exile this to cast this. This triggers to get this into my hand.
Yeah. So with this trigger on the stack,
Yep.
I need to think for a second because it's obvious what you're getting with this. So if I kill that, you make 3 mana anyway. If you don't kill it, you make 3 mana and play a Walking Ballista for 1. Or if you've got Eternal Scourge plus the missile, if you've got Eternal Scourge in hand, then you win. But me killing this regardless does literally nothing. So there's no point in me responding to this trigger either. So I let that happen. So you get this, and then you've got an Eternal Scourge in hand.
I have a Missile Griffin. This makes 4. Missile Griffin, kill you.
That's absurd. And there's no way I can play differently to that.
No.
Because you're dead next turn.
Yes, I think. So I take like...
I can
What's
kill,
that,
I
five
can
in
kill
there,
an X one,
5
for
in there.
example. Yeah,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, so at no point can you respond at a point that I can't make the mana to continue what I'm doing.
Oh, so I can name Walking Ballista with this, but that would have that would have been bad earlier. I could have played this a turn.
I also,
earlier,
just to counteract that, I have a Venser to bounce that if you need Walking Ballista.
Can't win. Okay, GG. I don't know if this is a bad matchup, but that feels real bad.
This deck's very toolboxy, and I just drew the toolbox pieces irrespective of him before I managed to get Trinket Range.
Is it like one-offs or one-offs?
Lots of one-offs.
Including these?
Yeah, that's a one-off. That's a one-off. Night Morn's a one-off.
Okay, well, what I brought in, which is probably all wrong anyway, I feel like an absolute fucking idiot at this point. But feel free to comment down below how much of an idiot I am.
I don't think what you've done's
But
correct.
I mean, well, maybe I'm an idiot for playing this deck. That's always the discussion, right? Like a genuine question. Like I felt pretty down on this deck when certain combo decks are big in the format you can't beat. I don't know. It just feels so rough because I just don't feel like I could do anything differently. Like I could have played the Mirren Crusader without. But I guess there's an argument that porting you wasn't correct, but then porting you meant you couldn't play a Mist Hologriffin from hand. If you just played a white blue source and played a Mist Hologriffin.
At which point?
The point that I ported you last turn, you had 1 blue source. If you untapped and played in the blue source, you can then play a Griffin.
Yes.
Which then unlocks like multiple Griffins in hand,
Yes.
or a 5-drop plus a Griffin, or something ridiculous.
I think
So
at the moment
porting
you're trying to find somewhere where you were at fault, and I don't think that you were at fault with what you did.
No, but I mean, so if I played a Mirren Crusader that turn or the turn before,
Yeah.
it would have much better clock, right?
Yes.
I may have killed your turn earlier.
Yes.
But I don't know if I could have realistically done anything that wouldn't stop you doing other stuff anyway.
Yeah, because you ported me off blue, but I had a white creature to get out of that.
Oh, do you only have 1 white source as well? So maybe I was playing on this
I
time
had 2 white sources, I think.
Oh, so I couldn't port you
I had a
on
green source, a white source, and a Caracas. Yeah, I had Savannah, Forest, and
Yeah, so there was
Caracas.
never an opportunity for me to port you off white.
No.
I'm wondering if porting you at all was the correct thing to do. The last turn before I didn't port, did I? I played Jitte and equipped it.
Yes. Well, you had Jitte for two attack steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the second time around it didn't matter because it still had counters out, but it just didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, the weird pause I had when I was going to say Exile Noble Hierarch was because I had Venser. But it was his 4 mana, not 3 mana.
When we paused when you said about flash, I was like, is this Venser? Because I couldn't think of anything else.
Yes.
Oh, that or the Coatl. But at the time, the Coatl hadn't even occurred to me.
No, but I had already made the blocks, so the Coatl wouldn't have done anything.
No, but you could have still sacked the thing, made a Coatl, drawn a card.
Yes.
When you close to the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like I even know where to begin for how to make that matchup better. Because what was that? Did you wish win 3 out of 4 out of 3?
That was 3 out of 4.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how I can improve that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, particularly with what I've built, not necessarily with you in mind, but I have a lot more toolbox to deal with what you're doing. So if I get the ability to start getting the toolbox things, then it gets a lot worse for you.
Well, I guess, the other things as well was like the Giver of Runes will be better than Mother of Runes in this matchup because Walking Ballista is such a beating. That's what I'm saying. That's a literal truth.
It is a truth, but it matters more when Walking Ballista isn't going infinite. When you're playing against like an artifact deck that plays a Walking Ballista that I'm killing your creatures.
But the point is, if I have a Giver of Runes,
yeah.
I can play a Revoker on Food Chain
yes.
and not have to worry about the Walking Ballista killing the Revoker. So I've got a Giver of Runes.
Yes.
That's my point.
Right.
You have to get it on 3 at least anyway.
Yeah.
So it changes the dynamic of the game, where with Mother of Runes I can't do that.
Yes.
Also, the other factor I was going to say, I'm not just saying that to try and give myself a reason why I lost. I'm just saying that Giver of Runes is just better against Walking Ballista.
Yes.
Perhaps Giver of Runes is better against a lot more things than we give it credit for.
But Giver of Runes doesn't protect itself either.
No, so it's weaker against Plowshares.
Ultimately, the protection of a Walking Ballista is only ever going to extend to other things. So I can kill if there's a Giver of Runes.
But you need to put it on. You need to pay 6 mana.
Yes.
To get it anywhere near killing a Giver of Runes plus another thing.
Yes, that's correct. That's true. Yeah.
And isn't my whole game? If I'm not starving your mana, I'm probably losing anyway.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the cards that help me against your deck, like a Thalia early on and a Revoker, all X ones. Mm-hmm. So just stopping it from being able to kill by a Walking Ballista is important.
Yeah.
I guess actually that's not true. That's not true either because if you play it on 2 and I've got Giver of Runes, you can fire in response to the Giver of Runes.
Yeah.
So maybe Giver of Runes isn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other factor is cards that I don't expect you to have. Like I've never seen a Bug Food Chain player play Engineered Explosives. So,
no, I mean, to be fair, I did that. The reason I own an Engineered Explosives is because of Trinket Mage. Because Trinket Mage tutors this.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And
it seems like a very good include, but I hadn't even considered it when we're playing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I may now consider preemptively naming this in situations where naming Walking Ballista doesn't feel correct. Like if I need to survive 1 turn or whatever, I don't think you can Walking Ballista with the following turn.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise you can go recruit a Trinket Mage, have one of the things in hand, and then go with the Walking Ballista.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of absurd, really.
Yeah. Recruit is very strong in this deck again because of the tutor. The only creature I don't think it can tutor is Deputy. It's the only creature I don't think it can get.
Yeah, because it's power.
It's
a
toughness
for power.
Yeah,
that's why you can get Wisp. You've thought about playing a singular Wisp?
No, not yet. I've got Charming Prince instead.
You're such a casual. Charming Prince? Why Charming Prince over Wisp, though?
Because double white is a lot harder to cast on the mana base.
Okay, yeah. That's
if I just need to cast a Charming Prince on turn 2 or whatever.
But yeah, you just food chain into it.
Yeah, but I don't always have food chain Vince.
It might seem that way.
It might seem like it. That's true.
Well, no, I failed it quite a bit in game 3. I think it was. Where I managed to fail it. Maybe the only game that I won.
You won game 1.
Was it game 1?
Yeah.
That's just I do not feel that was a good matchup at all. But I feel that more and more with D&T. The more and more I play it, the more and more I feel like there's just worse matchups for it. Especially when they put in Plague Engineer and running 6. I'm now just I haven't even updated my paper list. I'm just what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
My favourite deck is just bad in the format it feels. And you can see that a little bit with the numbers that it puts up in GPs now as well. There's a time when it was one of the top 2 decks, and now it just does not feel that way.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Maybe it'll come back, but I guess Elves and Goblins players feel very similar as well, with X1s being a problem and
that's
stuff.
True.
Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry I feel downbeat at the end. I just literally do not feel like I had much room to wiggle with the getting smashed. There was a lot of... I'm saying this, but I'm saying this very close to the games. I guess there were several turns where I sat silently thinking through my lines, because like I said out loud, I had 4 or 5 options. And obviously I took 1 of 5 options. So I'm saying I had no way to affect those games, but I think that's probably bullshit. Probably me just feeling a little bit salty, because if there's 5 options to make, one of them may have been better for creating a chain later down the line, or decision tree later down the line that felt like I could win more. Like, for example, I didn't deploy a recruiter in the Engineered Explosives game early on because I felt that the need to keep porting you. There's points where you need to stop porting people, and historically when I stopped porting people was when they just randomly fucking combo kill me.
Yeah.
However, there are points where you need to stop porting and start being proactive, and I don't think I was enough with my recruiters. But that may well be from just not playing enough D&T recently. Oh god, I don't feel confident playing this at Bologna, that's for sure. Right, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Drop me some comments down below. What did I sideboard out? I've also, my list is very old, by the way. This is from when I was playing against Reanimate a lot, so there's there's like a main board Reanimate card. The Morsel Cleric, Plowshares, Battle Skull, 1 Stone Force, Wisdom, 1 Wisp to bring in Pithing Needle, Council Judgment, 2 Aether Swan Canvas, and a Disenchant, where John, rightfully so, took his Forcibles out, which is a common strategy against D&T, and 1 Plowshares to bring in 1 Mass Removal spell in the Supreme Verdict, because I go very wide. Pithing Needle for a lot of elements.
This also can be cast at instant speed with 3 mana Teferi.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And Engine Explosives, Deadly Detention, and Night Evolve all seem pretty good includes.
Yeah, these are mostly just kind of catch-alls. Like, these are all very vague. Like, you can name Aether Vial, or you can name Swords. This blows up a lot of your 2s and your 3s.
You use the word vague, which is something we don't hear much from it. I mean versatile, right?
Yes.
I mean, they mean the same thing in this circumstance, but I mean, like... Vague sounds bad. Like, I'm not quite sure.
Well, that's the
versatility is.
Yeah, they're versatile in that they don't come in with a specific target in mind. I mean, usually Pithing Noodle is going to be on
it's going to be a vial
or a sword, or even
you can name Wasteland and Rashad Port as well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, then these just basically can either be a beta, can either extend a little bit further to combo off or destroy.
Well, both of these deal with Revoker. Well, all 3 of these deal with Revoker.
This gets rid of vials, gets rid of swords, gets rid of all, like if you have a Planeswalker that you brought in for some reason.
I'm hard about it, but I decided not to in the end. I didn't think it was worth it. But I guess the other point in those games as well that I didn't hit my 5th land drop, like in that game where I was like, I've got 3 and 2 mana spells in my hand. If I can double spell and get so much momentum,
I
just couldn't at any point. But so that was our sideboarding. Like we laid out and didn't talk about it in any way, shape, or form. Let me know down below. Like I said, you can give me some feedback on my list if you want, but it sounds like a weird comment to make, but I just don't give a shit because it is an old list. That sounds almost arrogant. It's not arrogance. It's just knowing that fact. However, if you want to point me towards newer lists that I should consider for Bologna, as opposed to what I should have played in this game, but what I should play in the future of Bologna, I guess that is actually very helpful, so I would appreciate that. Let us know if you enjoyed this. Well, hopefully we'll have more of this stuff coming with more Paper Legacy gameplays with other formats too. And I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe and hit the fucking bell as well. Anything else to add, John?
Bye.
That's not adding, that's closing, John.
Bye.